Hello, viewers! Welcome back to Will It Cat! We have Silver Falcon, that's me, Liquidy Poo, and the Lobster.
Hello!
The first one's me.
Yeah. Well, of course,
one's
Liquidy.
me.
No one would mistake you for anybody else, I think. So you're all excited for some questing? We have more, like, new cat stuff, demos to do.
Awesome.
Our first victim will be Amaterasu, and she's gonna fight a Mitsune. I felt it was appropriate to have Amaterasu dressed as she is fighting this particular monster.
Wait, so if Amaterasu's the victim, you said the first victim is Amaterasu.
Yeah, well, you know, she has to go and fight a thing.
That should be the pride of a prowler.
True. Okay, so maybe not so much victim, but the aggressor, and Mitsune is the victim then, okay? Fine, I don't words well, okay, Liquidy?
The first demonstrator.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm the linguist.
The first guinea pig?
The linguiniest.
Yes,
Linguini.
No, I'm not the linguiniest. Linguini has gluten.
I mean, I'm Italian, so if anybody of us is the linguiniest, it's me. Oh, Lobster, you said you like the cutscenes. We get one from Mitsune,
Alright.
Yeah,
It's
not
a
even
flagship
2
monster.
minutes. Not even 2 minutes, and we already devolved into really dumb jokes.
I thought that's how we did things around here. Are you under the illusion that this is any other kind of Let's Play?
I mean, we take longer than 2 minutes usually.
Yeah, we usually take like at least 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, then we're getting better at it.
Look at this soap dragon being rude to some felines.
Yeah, I think we need to get revenge. Fortunately, we are Will It Cat, and we will be bringing cat-based revenge upon this thing.
Incidentally, this cutscene is a pretty good demonstration of what Soap Dragon does to you.
It is! Like what you saw Soap Dragon do? That's basically it. She makes soap. It's slippery. Eh?
A slippery soap?
Slippery like a bar of soap?
I was gonna say, never mind.
Okay.
So I thought Mizu was supposed to be male, the aggressive ones anyway.
Oh, don't you start. We've already got people in the thread correcting me on gendering monsters. Come on.
Well,
Come on,
I'm
son.
trying to nip that in the bud. That's all.
Mitsune, you know, whatever Mitsune identifies as.
Mizu Dudene.
Yeah, Mitsune. So we have bombing cats. We've seen them before, but they have a new trick. Specifically, they can now Adept dodge.
This requires an explanation of the Adept style for human hunters.
Yes, and I think maybe Liquidy, you might be better qualified to explain that,
So,
if you're okay with it.
Adept style hunters. Depending on whether they use a weapon with a shield, or just, a weapon that doesn't have a shield, you can either dodge at the last second before an attack hits you, or you can block at the last second before an attack hits you to activate your Adept dodge or block.
Right.
And an Adept dodge for a human lets you do you rocket out of the way, and then you start sprinting with your weapon out, and you can either use a special attack out of that sprint, or you can just use that sprint to get away and reposition yourself. And
Right.
the Adept block is about as close to a parry as you can get in a Monster Hunter game, and it just leaves you safe and able to retaliate or put your shield back up.
Riposte.
Yeah.
Now, of note though, bombing cats only have the dodge portion of that. They can't
Right.
block, they do block. And you saw a couple times, I did a dodge, and I turned blue and started rolling. That's the Adept dodge.
And there was an attempt at an Adept dodge right there.
I tried. I did get a few.
I did see it while I was explaining. For prowlers, there's a reason you might want to go specifically for an Adept dodge instead of using that moment to attack.
Yeah, because on a bombing prowler, when you Adept dodge, you drop a barrel bomb behind you. It's rad as fuck.
So, Silver, I have a question for you as a biologist.
Sure, go for it.
What sort of biological processes would cause a creature to evolve biological soap as a means of self-defense?
Well, it's probably not that different from something like, say, a hagfish. Hagfish produce large amounts of mucus as a defense mechanism, and when they are, like, grabbed by a predator, they shit out a bunch of mucus and it makes them slippery and they can get away.
Ah, so it's maybe a mucus.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
and as you saw, it can also ensnare their prey, making the prey unable to escape, and then Mizu would be able to swoop in and nab it.
Yeah, have lunch.
Yep. So that's what I would say. We got a rodeo a second ago, and I chucked a barrel bomb on Mizutsune's face, which is a good use of a rodeo, I think.
I don't think we've seen this monster in the LP.
We have not. Outside of the multiplayer shenanigans, I think Mizu was in one of those. But yes, this is our first introduction to Mizutsune, one of the flagship monsters for this game. We call it Soap Dragon. Let's see.
I do. I want that to catch on, but nobody seems to like it.
Soap Dragon?
I think
Yeah.
it's very obviously a soap dragon.
Yeah. Now, let's see. We usually cover their breakable bits, yes? So, Mizutsune breaks on the head, the back fin, the legs, and you can sever the tail.
Yeah, specifically the claws.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to break the tail before you can sever it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the claw break is really hard to do for some reason. It's
Yeah,
just
they've
difficult.
got a ridiculous sharpness, like, prerequisite.
Yeah, there's
I
a
don't
sharpness
know.
prerequisite, and you have to wail on it really hard before you can break them.
Yeah, I don't know what the Volvidon lantern is, but
Obviously
it's,
not cutting it.
yeah, it's definitely bouncing.
Now, Mizutsune's weakness, I think I did look this up, but I forgot. Is it ice, maybe?
I'm not sure. I always went for thunder, but
Dragon things tend to be vulnerable to lightning, so yeah, maybe that.
but perhaps I can check my memory.
Sure, go right ahead. Go and rifle through
Refresh
your
your memory,
banks.
yeah.
And it's a light weakness to thunder, actually.
Alright.
Oh, I say light. It's... Ooh, yeah, these numbers are weird. So it does overall have a light weakness to thunder, but it's real bad on the claws. If you're using a thunder weapon, you want to be punching those hands, or else you're not really getting the most out of it.
Ah, so that would be your best bet for breaking the claws, then, would use a thunder weapon.
Yeah, but preferably
That's good
one
to
that
know.
meets the sharpness threshold,
Yes!
which I do not know offhand.
Yes, well, I will definitely be getting Amaterasu a better weapon after this hunt. Like, we're gonna be getting a armor off of Mizu, and who else is qualified to wear it other than Amaterasu for being a good sport and fighting it?
Seems fair.
Now, I did get a little bit of Mizutsune's unique status effect there. She, whoever, can put those bubbles on you. And I think while the bubbles are sticking to you, if you get hit with a bubble again, you get the, full status effect of that. And
Yeah.
it's... I will get afflicted with it a bit later, but it's kind of bad. You don't want it to happen to you.
Yeah, the first level of the bubble status is actually beneficial.
Really?
Yeah, you get some evasion boosts.
Huh.
I don't remember the specifics, but the first level is good, and the second level is just very bad. Also,
Very
laser.
bad. Yeah, she can do a water laser. It's rude. So if you're fighting a Mizutsune, either eat for water resistance, or perhaps bring your water resistance gear. It'll help out.
Yeah.
There was another Adept dodge. Roll, roll, roll.
And,
Now, I'm trying my best to get the Adepts, and I did get a few, several of them. But as you can see, I'm not that great at Adept, and I don't, like, take advantage of the follow-up.
No, practice makes better.
Yeah, I need to get better at it. Need practice. That's all. I enjoy being a bombing cat, so I will definitely practice it more.
Also, I'm not sure if we have seen it yet, or if it's, Actually, maybe I shouldn't mention it until we actually see it.
And that was right there. You can Adept dodge out of a monster roar. Very important.
Yeah, so anything that would make your character model flinch, that is something you can Adept dodge.
Yep, it is actually super duper good, and Adept is kinda busted.
Yeah, you can Adept through roars, ground tremors, your friends trying to punch you. Wow, I just saw Zhuge Niyang being really, really lazy. You're supposed to be cooking up strategies, my dude.
Maybe that's what he's doing. He's kind of relaxing and meditating and coming up with a strategy for me.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Or maybe he's just being a lazy sack of shit. I don't know. But yeah, for the record, I like Mizutsume. I like its design, I like its music, and its armor and such look really neat. And its weapons. All around good monster. Oh, there we go. There's the second level of the bubble.
Ooh,
so yeah, you get put into a bubble, and you can't attack, you can't use any moves, and if you dodge, you slip around a lot, and actually, if you just move around, it's like you're on ice, or, soap.
It's like ice physics in a platforming game. It's bad.
Yeah.
You don't want it. Also, we did see the thing I wanted to talk about. Good, I was worried it was a high rank mechanic.
Alright, go for it.
So, Mizu will sometimes poop out, like, green or red bubbles. And you want to run into one of those, because the green ones will actually give you health, and the red ones will give you an attack up.
Oh, I knew about the green ones restoring your health, but I didn't know what the red ones did.
There might even be yellowy, orangey ones for a defense up. I honestly don't remember, though.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow,
Zhuge with the face
got the
break!
face break!
Okay.
Nice, Zhuge.
Alright.
Another Adept dodge. Nice, nice. Yeah. We got this. This is fine.
Oh,
Overall... Go ahead.
no, go ahead, I wasn't saying anything important.
Oh, I was going to say, overall, this hunt took longer than I usually like it to take, but I thought I did well.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I was... Yeah.
for the first time fighting...
Well, I mean, I have fought this thing before.
Yeah, but in
new
a new
mechanics and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, she got me good there, though. Oof.
So the thing I was going to say was Mizu's roar right there sounded like... It reminded me of something else, but I can't remember what it reminded me of. Have you ever had one of those moments?
Yes, definitely.
Every day.
Messing with my head.
I'm pretty sure this thing is not cap ready yet, so we're just gonna take this opportunity to wail on it a bit. Throw some bombs in its face. There we go. I'm using a blunt weapon, so that means no tail cut today, sorry.
That was actually what I was about to ask about.
Yeah, the Volvidon Lantern is blunt.
I mean, to be expected. It's look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And I haven't really been, like, changing up my weapon too much depending on what monster I'm gonna fight. I really should start doing that, but I haven't so far.
To be fair, you're still in low rank. It's not exactly the most important right now.
Did I just Adept a Banabra, or was that the water laser?
It was a Banabra.
Do you
Mizu
prefer
hadn't
blunt
even...
weapons or sharp weapons?
It depends on the situation. Like, I like them tail cuts, but of course if a monster doesn't have a cuttable tail, there's no point in bringing a cut weapon, really. You want blunt.
As a general rule, for me, I figure prowlers don't need the specific drops from a tail, so you want blunt.
Yeah. Plus, it's also hard, generally, for prowlers to even get tail cuts because they're so short. And it's just hard to target a specific
Yeah, any given monster that doesn't have a low-to-the-ground posture like Mizutsune.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Mizu, you can get tail cuts on. But, like, you don't need the tail bit. Yeah, that was a bomb right on the face. That was a good... But yeah, so for Prowlers, I do prefer blunt. Generally.
Although, do different bits yield different amounts of scrap when you break them down?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
The rarer bits will give you more scrap.
So tails might give, like, 1 or 2 more bits than, like, a scale or something.
They might, but, I mean, generally you get enough of the common bits to make the armor and weapon.
Yeah, it's not that critical of a difference.
It's not. It's something to consider, but don't get, like, bent out of shape about it. Especially if you can capture the thing, because your capture rewards tend to be rarer, and would thus give you more scraps.
Right. If not rarer, just more plentiful.
Right. Yeah.
Quantity is quality.
In the case of Prowler gear, yes, you just want more scraps. As you may expect, Mizutsune's human equipment all has kind of an, Eastern Japanese kind of flair to it. The dual blades, for example, are a pair of katanas.
Yeah, like the short katanas.
Yes, and the armor is neat because it has a unique skill, which gives you the first level of its bubble status.
Yeah.
For more evasion. But I think if you get attacked, you lose it.
I don't remember how it interacts with Mizutsune's like bubble attacks.
Yeah, it does have that, and it's kind of neat. It's sort of like a quirky evasion plus skill.
Yeah.
It's neat.
Bubble-flavored evasion, it's fine.
Yeah, so you can basically be the bubble dragon. Oh, and her armor is cute. Just gonna throw that out there, it's cute. I like it. It's got, like, flowing dress bits and little streamers and stuff. It's pretty.
Basically, you look like you work at an elaborate, like, shrine. Like an elaborate religious shrine, kinda.
Yeah, like a shrine maiden. Mm-hmm.
I was avoiding that specific phrase, but yeah.
Oh, well, I thought that's what they were called.
I don't know.
Is that a bad phrase? I don't know. I don't know these things.
I don't either. I just know Shrine Maiden is like it's an anime thing. Yeah.
It's a thing, yeah. Now, Zhuge just said that the Mizu is indeed capable, but I don't think Amy has a trap, and in any case, I don't think I noticed while I was fighting it. I was more concerned with getting the Adept timing,
Yeah, get those Adept dodges in to better showcase it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying, and also to practice, because I'm trying to practice doing it. Who knows, though? Maybe I did catch on. Hard to tell with me. In any case, this thing's almost dead, so I'd say this has gone well. Is she eaten again? I think she's eaten again. Mizutsune eats fish. So she gets fish out of the fishing spot there and eats them. Hey, how about a bomb to go with your dinner? Spicy!
That was pretty good.
Bombing Cat is super good. I enjoy it very much. There is a new skill in Generations Ultimate called Extra Bomb Blast, and that puts the blast element on all of your bombs. It's good. You want it.
Have we talked about the blast element, or has it not come up in like a weapon yet?
We have one weapon that applies blast, and I think I did mention it.
Okay.
So blast is a status effect. When you apply it, after a certain amount of time, you explode.
Well, not you, your target.
Well, yeah, certain monsters can apply it to you as well, but the person or monster affected by the blast status will explode after a few seconds, and it does massive damage. And basically, on a cat or a hunter, if you apply blast, it's just basically free extra damage, so why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah.
Now, with cats, especially, they're especially good at status effects, as we have mentioned, and Blast is just a good all-around choice, because just extra damage. And bombing cats, in particular, they have a unique skill that boosts blast damage. So yeah, bombing cat want blast. Keep that in mind. Stick the extra bomb blast skill in addition to that on your bombs, and explosions. More explosions are good. Who wouldn't want that? But yeah. I like bombing cats. They're really good now.
Everything
dodge,
is really
blast.
good now.
Everything explodes. Adept dodge. It's just good. Are you lipping away? Oh, no. We can't have this, can we? Come back here.
Zhuge Niyang demonstrating his poor aim. Great job there, buddy.
Yeah. He's trying. It's important that he's here and helping.
He was delivering you tactical information.
Yes, he did deliver tactical information, which I ignored. Yep, missed the Adept dodge on that roar. Oh well. Thank you, Zhuge, for smacking me out of the roar stun. I appreciate it.
Like, right as you were about to wake up, anyway.
Yeah, cats will do that. It's okay. There we go. One more dodge for the road. Here, I got something for you. I think, did I break the back fin? It is looking a little bit beat up there. I'm not sure.
I can't tell.
I can't tell either. I like breaking all the monster bits because it's fun. Aw, come on. I almost went the entire hunt without acorning.
You ate it right on top of a health bubble, too.
Yeah, right? Ah.
Alright, so that is actually a risk with going after the beneficial bubbles, because they will add a level of the bubble status effect to you.
Yeah. This is not the time, Emmy. Please, do set the trap. Hey, see, I did remember that I have traps. Only took a little bit.
Do bomb cats get anything special when they're pissed, or is it just...
I think it's just the general buffs that all cats will get. The extra affinity, the earplugs effect, the
Gotcha.
Extended dodge, blah blah, that stuff.
The hilarious attack.
Yes, the rage attack, they get that too. And in particular with bomb cats, they're better at melee, I think, so they want to be angry. But there we go, successful hunt. Not bad.
That was hilarious. It's the angry dance at the end.
Angry dance, good dance. But anyway, that was Mizitsune. Good monster. I like it. Now, unfortunately, Mizitsune was a bit stingy with its, signature drop, the bubble foam. As we will see, you need the bubble foam to craft all of its stuff. And he only dropped one. Silver crown, though. Not bad.
And a mass level up.
Right? Hey, I want that EXP. I want my cats to be as strong as possible. And we got cheer horn in case I ever want to teach that to my other cats. I won't. Generally, you have better things to do with that slot. It's not bad, it's just not that great either. And now everybody in Yukumo wants to talk to me because I'm just so awesome. Like, hey, you beat the bubble dragon? Oh, holy shit. Like, wow, thanks for doing that. You're just the best. Have a handsome scrap. But yeah, here's Mizutsune's stuff. You get a parasol. Very pretty.
Nice.
And as you can see, the parasol and also the helmet and armor take bubble foam. Oh, this is something the Meowster Hunters picked up. I'm not sure what to make of this. It's a thing.
Oh yeah, that does fit Amaterasu's
Yes.
vibe.
Yeah.
But that takes bubble foam again and again. We only have one, so we can only make one piece of her gear. Floaty robotic body
Space
thing?
station?
Space station? I don't know. Look, the Meowster Hunters found it. I don't take any responsibility for what they turn up.
Do you mean to tell me you don't want to be a cat-sized space station?
I will find a cat that can rock that, because that looks very silly. I would just have to decide who should get it. Post suggestions in the thread if you want. Who do you think should be our floating space station cat? I've got no preference. If you leave it up to me, I'll just pick a cat who is using old gear still. At least we got Amaterasu a new weapon. She's rocking the parasol now.
I was trying to... You can make Nia and Armstrong.
Yeah. Oh god. I think. Fair. Maybe we could come up with
Buzz
other cat pun.
Pauldron.
Buzz Pauldron.
Yeah, Buzz Pauldron. Yeah. Ugh. God, I'm so bad at this on the spot. Okay. Post your favorite astronaut cat puns in the thread too. We'll pick one and scout a cat
Meow
for
and
it.
B. Shepherd.
Yes. Alright. New Prowler. I mean, not new. We've seen this cat before, but we're gonna do another demo. This one is Meowtees, the defense cat. I do bombing and defense cats together because they kind of match up.
They synergize real well.
Yeah, so bombing cat gets the adept dodge. Fighting cat gets not fighting. Sorry, defense cat gets the other half of adept, the adept block.
Yep. So I don't even have to go into a long-winded explanation this time.
Nope, because we kind of already talked about it.
Wow, that is a jiggly treasure chest.
Jiggly jiggly. Alright, let's do it.
That cat's got some junk in that trunk.
You gotta love it though, right?
I'm not sure I do. It's a little weird.
Alright. I mean, that's just
laugh.
I'm sorry, Lobster.
When I cough.
It's okay. You're allowed. This will be another new monster, never before seen. In this LP, at least. Look at that. Just look at that magnificent chin. My goodness.
Is it a pile of poop?
No,
No.
it's rock.
Oh, okay.
No,
It's a rock. It's a rock dragon.
We're a guest on...
Not late night. What
I
was
thought
the
it was
show?
late night.
Really?
But also, I'm blanking on the name. What the hell?
Yeah, what's the name? Shit. This monster is called...
Jay Leno. We're
Oh yeah, Jay Leno. It does look like Jay Leno.
I call this monster Jay Leno because look at that chin.
It does look
I
like
mean-
Jay Leno.
You ain't the only one. It's
Yeah.
that is a common nickname for him.
Yes. It's good. Now then. Oh, okay, I was trying to block, but instead he, sleep gassed me.
You were looking the wrong way too. I don't know if
Yeah.
well, it was sleep gas. You might not have been able to block it.
Yeah, and plus my timing was off. I think if you can nail the adept block, you can block darn near anything.
Yeah, the as far as I can recall, the adept block is just it has a natural guard up on it.
The Tonight Show. That's
Nice.
what it was.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're a guest on the Tonight Show, being recorded on location in a volcano.
Oh, I've got a question about adept block liquidity. Does it negate all damage? There it goes.
That is a good question, and
That was an adept block right there.
I'm unable to answer that because if it if it doesn't negate all damage, it definitely reduces the amount of chip damage you would otherwise take with a normal block.
Right. Yeah, normal blocking causes some significant knockback, for one. And it doesn't negate the damage, but it does reduce it by a lot.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
like, you will always take chip damage, especially as a cat who doesn't have as many, like, guard armor skills you could work in there.
Right. You do get a few, but yeah, not as many. And I find, like, when I'm practicing the Adept block with the defense cat, you better to just block when in doubt, block. At worst, you'll reduce the damage, and if you get the timing right, then you negate it. But don't, like, only go for the Adept block. Better to get some block than no block at all.
Because blocking attacks is your primary source of meter, I think.
Yes. Defense cats build meter faster by blocking. And as a suggestion, if you can find a cat that has the skill Counter Boost, stick that on there. Meter for days. Counter Boost, for the record, makes you get gauge even faster when you get hit. That includes a block.
I think I remember fighting this monster one time. A long time ago.
He's been in several games. He's pretty common.
Yeah, Future Silver's gonna have to look up Uragan's first game. I'm gonna throw Monster Hunter Tryout as a guess.
I think I'll guess the same. See, he looks like a Monster Hunter Try kind of monster.
A Monster Hunter Try kind of guy.
Yep. Now, let's see. Breakable bits on this guy. You can break his chin, that magnificent chin.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work.
Yes. You can sever his tail. I've seen it done.
Yeah, you gotta break it first.
You can probably break his back, right?
That seems likely, yeah.
And another thing, when he's knocked down, you can mine his back.
Oh yeah, mine it. That makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. I even demonstrated, helpfully, right there. You get special bits by mining his back. The coal is not an example of this.
Yeah, he's usually got better stuff than the, like, account item drops from mining, like, regular nodes.
Yep.
Oh
now,
yeah, get him.
Weakness, I want to say either ice or water, probably.
Water.
Yeah, water. Oh, ha, lo and behold, I'm using a water weapon. That's coincidental, I think.
So, I definitely remember that dearly because of a quest in Monster Hunter Tri. We hunted Uragan a lot because this one specific quest was really fun. It was a teeny tiny Uragan.
Oh, that's adorable.
Like, smaller than a Velociprey.
Oh my goodness.
Note
that's
that
tiny.
I didn't say drome, I said prey.
I noticed you said that. Oh my goodness, that sounds so cute.
So, a teeny tiny Uragan that has the same attack power as an ordinary Uragan. He's got some wonky hitboxes because he was not meant to be that tiny.
Right? Oh man, that sounds so cute.
And,
I love the quests that give you, like, outsized monsters.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic, and we need more of it.
Yes, I agree.
And, because we did that quest so much, we ended up starting to, like, optimize towards killing him faster. And, I'm gonna name drop a monster that I don't believe is in Generations at all.
Alright.
So I ended up making a hammer out of Gen Moran bits.
You know, that name doesn't sound familiar to me at all, so I think you're right.
Cool, good. Gen Moran was Tri and 3U's, like, big spectacle monster that's not actually hard to fight.
Oh, alright.
It was more
like...
it was more of a get your communication and cooperation shit down pat, otherwise you will lose.
Alright, so like the, what was that one in 4U? Duran Moran?
Actually, it literally is Daren Moran. It's just, it came before Daren.
Got it. So, pretty much the same. Alright, cool.
Like, literally the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that one. Definitely not in Generation, so don't worry about spoilers there. Pretty cool monster.
So, in spite of being a big sand whale, Gen Moran makes water weapons. And boy howdy, they were some hefty-ass water weapons.
Huh. Cool. Did they look neat, too?
Yeah, the hammer was literally just the end of one of Gen Moran's horns tied to a stick.
Oh, nice.
I love it. That's good. Meanwhile, they're using a non-functional rifle and smacking monsters with the blunt end of it.
Yeah, just giving Jay Leno here a good butt. Just as
Yeah,
hitting
I
with that
definitely
butt.
remember fighting Jay Leno here at least one time.
Yeah. He's good. He's alright. Like, I don't like him as much as I like Mizutsune, but I certainly do not dislike him. He's fine.
Yeah, classic style.
I think what's throwing me off is I only fought in multiplayer.
Classic style Uragan was one of the ones I liked a lot.
Oh, how does classic style differ from what we're dealing with now?
Well, I mean, classic versus world.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a little.
So this style.
He's a little
Got
more
it.
unpredictable in world.
Yeah, world needs more monsters. I think that this is what it comes down to, right?
Well, it does, but what I'm getting at is Uragan acts a little more naturally in world, which means I have less time predicting like what I'm gonna get out of him as an attack next, and
Right.
he's a pain in the ass in world.
Yeah, I actually happen to to think a little bit more when you fight him. It's like, what is this malarkey? It's just Uragan, right?
I mean, he is Uragan, but it's just like, dang, dude, you should go back to acting the way you used to and handle that.
Yeah, this is new and different, and I don't like it. I don't like when stuff is different.
I don't like change.
Now, what is he eating? Is this some kind of a, like, he eats rocks?
He eats rocks.
Yeah, rocks.
Yeah, okay. Alright, makes sense.
You can see he's
Well, we're
crushing it
supposed
with his chin before he can chow down.
Yeah. I like that! So that's what the chin is for. It's for crushing rocks. So you can eat them. Like a big ol' hammer.
So if you were to break an Uragan's chin, but then fail out of the quest, you've effectively killed that Uragan anyway, you monster.
Yeah, because then he can't eat. Probably can't attract a mate either, because often structures like that have more than one purpose. Not always, but sometimes.
And if he can't attract a mate,
Adept
I mean, he might as well die anyway, right?
Right. I Adept block his little chin slam. I'm proud of that one.
It's a good adept to be proud of. Oh, we haven't actually mentioned this yet. Every time you block, you may notice that your defense cat does like a little flourish before actually reaching the defensive pose.
Yeah, that's the window for the Adept block.
There we go.
You
Making
wanna-
sure we cover the important stuff.
Yep. You want the monster to hit you when you're readying the weapon for the block.
Yeah, when you're readying your block instead of like
Yep.
holding it. That'll be
The
the
timing
adept.
is tricky. And he just blew up in my face. Whatever. But yeah, I've practiced quite a bit with the defense cat and like high rank on my actual main file, and I like it a lot. I really like defense cat.
Oh, that was a good. The
It
best
makes
ones.
me feel powerful.
The best ones are the ones you could just see coming, and you're like, "Yep, I got this."
Yep. And even if you just regular block it, it's still pretty good. I can just stay alive for days with the defense cat. Like, I don't die. It's great. Oh, there we go! Chin break!
Nice.
Heck yeah!
So now you've doomed him to starvation.
And
Don't
no
worry.
sex.
Now don't worry, we will doom him to die. Like, immediately. We will not let this thing live.
Uragan killed to death by local cat.
Local cat who is using a rifle the wrong way. I don't know. It's silly. It's the Nibble Snarf weapon, I think.
Yeah,
Nibble Snarf
yeah, it
is a
looks
good
like
friend.
Nibble Snarf.
so it's fine.
Nope. Fire fart.
Close it again. Not getting me this time. Oh, come on! It like flared at the last second. I was like, oh, come on! No! That's not
you got
fair.
fire farted.
I did, and I thought I had it that time. Not gonna get me this time yet.
Now, the interesting thing about those sustained area of effect attacks like that, if you were to Adept block... Oof.
Yeah, painful.
If you were to Adept block, like, the first stage of it, you could just ignore the rest of the cloud and attack for the duration of what Uragan's doing.
That is really cool. And...
The same might apply to Adept dodging? I'm not sure.
Well, if you Adept dodge, you roll for a good long time afterwards, so I would say so.
Yeah, you don't necessarily get to take advantage of the attack duration.
Now, real quick, I don't end up taking advantage of this here because I forgot. When you Adept block, you can do a parry, and which parry you do depends on which button you press after you block. If you do the normal attack button, you do a screw attack for a parry. And if you push the boomerang button, you just do a quick swipe with your weapon.
Nice. So does the screw attack apply, Ooh!
Oh wow, nice.
Right in the face.
So does the screw attack riposte apply mount strikes, or just a screw attack?
Ooh, that is a really good question, and I don't know the answer. I'm gonna have to pay more attention to that.
You intend to answer that in the future.
Yes.
Silver.
I'm gonna have to figure that out. My Googling for random things relating to cats has often not been successful. Seems to me most people don't give a shit about cats. I can't imagine why.
They're heathens.
Yeah.
Heathens
just with terrible taste.
I just noticed your junk trunk cat is using a keyblade.
She is, yes.
Okay.
This has been pointed out. It's one of the pirate outfits, and the weapon happens to be a giant key. But note, it's a pirate outfit. The key makes sense.
I know.
Kingdom Hearts did not invent giant novelty key weapons. I don't care what anybody says. My cat is not Sora, thank you. Ugh. I'm gonna send Gracie over to your house and brandish that key at you and say, like, you say I look like what, Issei?
Chestnut cannon.
Chestnut cannon, yeah. It's kind of one of those cat moves that is fun, but not particularly good. Unfortunately.
Oh,
because
so
it is really pretty cool looking.
So it's like my favorite cat skill then. Yeah.
And you may notice we have a different Prowler now, because it's time for the Prowler quest. And this one's a little bit special. It unlocks a special reward, and to do it, we will need to break a Yankutku's ears. This is similar to the Break the Macaw's Head Prowler quest, where in refusing to let you kill a large monster before, like, rank 6, they actually make it harder for you. Because you gotta be on point with targeting the head in this case, and if I kill the Kutku, I lose. Keep that in mind. These kinds of quests suck and I don't like them. It's a wonder people don't think much of Prowlers if their usual exposure to them is through these quests. It's like, yeah. Right? Look at that red animation though, that is so silly.
Yeah, you don't even get to see the cat. You're just playing as a sentient treasure chest.
Yep, like a mimic or something. We're gonna beat this thing over the head with the giant chalice. Now, this cat is a gathering cat. There's actually a couple of things about gathering cats that are noteworthy now. Nothing terribly major, but there are a couple things. For one, when they chuck boomerangs. Like with the support cat, they can huck a third boomerang. So you go 1, 2, wind up 3. So there's that. And also, while they get a negative modifier to their overall attack and defense, they get a pretty significant buff to ranged attack specifically.
Interesting.
So boomerangs. And so that is interesting. You can stick, say, Boomerang Pro on them. That's, you know, that's a thing. And then there's a DLC-only skill called Ranged Attack Up that increases your boomerang power even further, and it stacks.
Nice.
So, Gathering Cats actually aren't a bad choice as far as cats go if you just want to huck the rangs all day long.
Do they have any, do they get any, like, abilities related to, hunter styles, or did they get the short end of the stick on this one?
No hunter styles. Their special thing is the third boomerang.
Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. So they're just, like, more boomerang and more better.
I don't know, I feel like a Gathering Cat could have, been the Alchemy style cat.
You know what? You're right. That would have been cool. But no, sadly no.
I would explain Alchemy style, but I don't fully understand it myself, and I haven't...
I don't either. Sounds nifty, though.
Basically, Alchemy style gives you a barrel, and as you're hunting the monster, you get barrel meter, and you can use the barrel and, like, shake it to get different items, and you shake it to shuffle which items come out of it based on how much meter you've gotten, and I don't... That's the best I can do.
It sounds like fun, and yeah, Gathering Cat should have gotten that. I agree. Wasted opportunity.
It's definitely interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And just very weird.
Interesting and weird is good.
Like, one of the things you can get out of it, I think on the last level of, like, barrel meter, you can make it fire a rocket.
Nice!
But of course, when I tried it, I fired that rocket and the monster didn't even flinch, so I was not impressed.
Ugh. That's like the worst. I mean, what's the use of a rocket if you can't make stuff, like, flinch and fall over?
I imagine it does a lot of damage, and I just didn't quite catch that. But,
right,
you
yeah.
know...
That sounds interesting, but I actually have yet to play as a human at all in Generations Ultimate.
Eggs, you're really committed to this.
I like being the cat, what can I say? But even on, like, my main file, like just my normal file that I don't use for LP things, I have yet to bust out my human. I do have a human on that file, and she's geared up and everything, I just have not used her.
I will point out that using Valor style and being like a... How do I even describe this? It's almost like you're taunting the monster sometimes. Being a spiteful blender is real good.
Spite blender. You know, I admit that does sound very appealing.
Spiteful.
If I were to try being human, I probably would try out something to do with that. That does sound fun. I've seen some of y'all doing like Valor Longsword and such, and it looks fun.
Yeah, that one is definitely not me. It's one of our hunting companions.
I know. Just an example. Like y'all, like people that I've been hunting with.
So I don't think any of the cats get Valor style. It would be pretty obvious if you did.
Yeah, no, they don't, unfortunately. Like Defense Cat would have been a good one for that.
No, Charisma Cat. Charisma Cat would have been good for...
Yeah! And you know, speaking of cats that get the short end of the stick, Charisma Cats really did not get anything new.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They just got shafted.
They should have been Valor Cats. That would have been fantastic.
They should have! And, like, the thing that Charisma Cats get is, like, all cats get an extra teachable slot for active moves and passives. Charisma Cats get another one on top of that, so they get 3.
Oh.
Like, okay, great. What do you want, a cookie?
So,
We should have gotten the style.
even though it's hardly relevant to cats, I do want to explain Valor Style, because it's been really
Yeah, go
fun.
ahead. Sure.
So what Valor Style does is, it takes an important aspect of your weapon and locks it away behind the Valor meter, which sounds awful at first.
There we
I will
go.
give you that. But when you fill up your Valor meter and you go into Valor mode, you power up and you get the part of your moveset that was originally locked away, and it's just ridiculous with dual blades. I have not experienced it yet with other weapons, but for dual blades, Valor Style takes away powering up into Demon mode. Because when you enter Valor mode, you basically just are in Demon mode without the stamina drain until, your Valor mode runs out.
That sounds pretty sick, alright, I gotta admit.
And you may recall that entering Demon mode was your R button press. So, if your R button press doesn't do that anymore, what does it do? Well, you enter like a ninja sprint, and it's really stupid and good. And the way you gain Valor meter is you get it very slowly just from generally attacking the monster, but primarily you get it from sheathing your weapon. Valor Style makes your sheath take longer, you get a special animation for it. And if you get hit during that animation, you basically do an Adept dodge.
Right, yeah, it's weird and freaky, but really cool.
And if you don't feel like waiting to get hit while doing your sheath, you can interrupt your sheath with an attack, and doing those attacks earn you more Valor meter.
Oh, okay.
And then to top it off, if you've got the stamina and health to spare, you can actually hold your sheath button to stay in that stance until you get hit.
Nice.
So,
very nice.
Yeah, as you hold the stance, you do drain your stamina and a little bit of your health. But it's worth it sometimes.
We're going through and looking at the Uragan armor right now.
Okay.
Alright.
And also earlier, you may have noticed we picked up a second trader cart. So we can multiply 2 items at once.
Nice.
Nice.
It's a good prize.
So, one more thing about Valor Style. Once you're in Valor mode, Okay, so I only know this about dual blades. I don't know exactly how it applies to other weapons. But the action that was... Or not the action that was locked away. So you know how dual blades gain that ninja sprint on the R button? While you're in Valor mode, that ninja sprint also gets kind of like a... It gets like a guard point at the beginning of the run.
Nice.
So if I sprint at a monster's attack at the right time, I come away unscathed, and it increases my sharpness slightly?
Oh, that is busted.
It's really stupid and good, and I love it.
I need to try this out, but for now, we are done for tonight. So that was our whirlwind explanation of Valor Style. So good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Yep.
See you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.